Welcome back. A whole sequence of downhill runs, like a couple of W's bolted together. So they have some little troughs and peaks. I think that's what we're trying to say as they head down to the foot of Courchevel La Pass. Even within that climb, there are a couple of downhill sections as well. In fact, one coming reasonably late on as well. So areas of respite. Minute and 10 now is the gap between Contador and those out front, and they've decided to pick up the baton and start hitting each other with it. Oh my goodness, that was purposeful. And Andrew Talansky just sailed through on the inside of Romain Bardet, who'd gone off first. Talansky, well, I told you he was a decent descender, and right now he's putting it on the line. Trouble is, he's going to need help when he gets to the final climb if he's going to stay out there, hugging the wall, almost grazing the grass as he comes round. Sheer faces here, it's cut into the rock. They did a lot of blasting to actually cut this road, and right now these guys are blasting down this mountain. But so for them, unfortunately, is Alberto Contador. What a performance this is by Bertie.
They know that Contador is good descender, so they can't hang around. They are taking the risks, and sometimes you have to take risks to try and win the race. But Contador doing an exceptional ride today, trying to maintain that leader's yellow jersey. We have 8 riders in front of Talansky of Garmin Sharp, Van de Broek of Lotto Belisol, Bardet of AG2, Arnaevi of Sky, Navarro of Cofidis, Yates of Orica Green Edge, Gadri of Movistar, and Van Garderen of BMC. In between, about 40 seconds down from this group, you have Nibali, and about 20 seconds behind Nibali, you've got Contador and Koenig.
Gadre is here, which pleases Brian Smith immensely. So I've got to tell you, is Adam Yates. There he is, P4 at the moment. He's just traced over with Jurgen van der Broek, who's remade the gap after Andrew Talansky sailed on the inside of Romain Bardet on this descent. A little bit of respite, and then they'll go again. I think some words, are you nuts? And he says, yes, I am. I'm away from here, and if you want to join the fun, then you're welcome. Just tag on behind, but I'm going to do this at my own pace, and it's a quick one. Talansky setting the pace then for those who've got hopes of stealing, I think you might say, the Criterium de Dauphiné. Right now, though, Contador, he's taking it reasonably easy. He's just chipped back a second. In fact, not been dropped back a second, I should say. It was a minute and 10, it's now a minute and 11. But he's sailing through these curves nicely, and he will leave his main duty until the final climb. 10.5 kilometers to go. Not back with Nibali yet, who's renowned as being a superb descender. There are the gaps for you, and you can see Chris Froome is out of this. Contador, there he is, a minute 11 off the leaders. Chris Froome a further, minute and 45 back, minute and 43. That's not a great news for Chris Froome, I'm afraid. He did take the hit of the fall, if you're looking for a reason. But to be honest, the main reason is that Contador is on such amazing form. So it's great that they've both blown hot and cold, Brian, throughout this event. And it's going to be the same within the Tour de France.
Well, we've seen a few tests, and I think Team Sky have come through the test. They've ridden well all week. Unfortunately, obviously, the crash of Froome over the last couple of days has maybe taken the edge off, but taking nothing away from Contador. Contador has come here with a weakened team, not the strongest team, not his Tour de France team, and he's still in with a chance of winning the Criterium de Dauphiné. It will help if he manages to get up to Nibali, because Nibali will ride, because Nibali wants to move up. You've got to remember, this is a World Tour event, World Tour points, and they want to finish as high up in the top 10 as possible. And this is why Talansky is taking a lot of risk in this descent. He really wants to win. He's in a situation of winning this race. Haizdal was with him in the Garmin Sharp team. He rode as hard as he could into the penultimate climb and left Talansky to try and finish the job off.
And it's Talansky's efforts, to be fair, that have extended the gap back to Alberto Contador. We're expecting the take about now, but it's going to have to be on the mountain, and so he's going to have to do some amazing climbs. As you can see, he's not pedaling at the moment. This is free energy if you're good at this sort of thing. If you can descend well, then it's a very happy place to be, provided you remain stress-free. But Billy decides to get back over and just join the fun. What are you boys up to then, he says?
Well, it just goes to show you, Carlton, that Favilli was in the front group of 23. We started this climb, they lost a few. He came back in this descent, which gives me the indication that Contador is not taking any risk whatsoever. He's got the eye in the bigger picture. If this comes off the Criterium de Dauphiné, so be it. He said in the press conference that the yellow jersey in the Criterium de Dauphiné doesn't mean so much